I'm ready for the GCU, Grim Cinematic Universe.
You know what? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, let's do
I want
it.
that too.
Let's do it. I would really be interested to see this director take on like Red Riding Hood or something.
Oh my god.
That'd be neat.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Okay.
So this is Gretel and Hansel, the movie. Like, I've seen posters for it, but the advertising for it has been surprisingly mute.
Yeah.
Kind of surprisingly, now after watching it, I kind of get why they threw it in January, because it was clearly had no idea what to do with it.
Yeah.
That being said,
this was a very pleasant surprise.
yeah, like, where did that come from?
We went into this like joking and shit. We were like ready for this to just be some kind of stupid experience that we could make fun of, and we cracked a few quips through the movie, you know.
Yeah, like here and there, like we
But-
typically do. But I was like, that was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, overall.
Yeah.
Overall, really surprised by this.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit. I always appreciate a movie that has good cinematography.
Oh god, yeah. And the camera work and the framing all look
Takes
gorgeous.
its time.
Yeah.
There were a couple points earlier on where I was a little worried about that because they had shaky cam a little bit. And they do employ that weird technique where they do the image stabilization, but they hold the person stable and the rest of the picture moves around them, kind of.
I thought he used it effectively.
Yeah, I was worried that it was going to be like an overly stylized thing, but it wasn't.
No, it knew when to pick. It was selective when it did that. Yep.
There are a lot of stable shots, slow shots. Most of the movie is, I mean, it's a slow movie.
Yeah.
It's not a standard horror film.
Which, considering I saw The Turning 2 days ago,
Yeah.
I personally appreciate it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily as good as something like The Witch.
No.
But it definitely draws its inspiration from things like that.
Yeah,
The
it's
Witch,
clear.
Antichrist. I would put it on the same list as those, and The Babadook and Goodnight Mommy. Like,
Slow burn horror movies.
slow burn horror movies that.
that rely on a lot of surreal imagery.
Yeah, I love the nightmare sequences.
Yeah,
in
that
this.
was really gorgeous.
I mean, the basic premise is pretty straightforward. Hansel and Gretel and
Greater.
Gerder and Gerder.
Hansel and Gretel.
Mouthful of fucking marbles. Yeah, they have to go off into the woods because their parents can't feed them anymore, and it's not dressed up at all in this as like, oh, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. No, this movie's fucking bleak
Yeah.
from the start.
Literally
it's like
and figuratively,
we're starving. The mother is just on the edge of madness, basically, and she's like, you guys have to leave because there's not enough for all of us, and I hope you'll be okay, but if you don't leave, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And like, you went to the bathroom for that moment. I don't know how much of it you caught, but it's kind of jarring. And the main girl, I believe, is played by the same one who played Beverly, and
yeah, I checked and confirmed it's her.
Yeah.
It's her. Yeah.
So.
Which nice to see her. Nice to see she has range.
Yeah, no, very good to see her doing well in another horror movie of a completely different caliber.
Very different.
I would put this, head and shoulders above it, but that's. I could see how some people would have more fun with that and be more bored with this, but I enjoy a more deliberate movie. So
That's fair. Yeah.
This movie was. The music is really interesting. I found out at the end of the movie it was done by Rob, the same guy who did the soundtrack for the Maniac remake.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Revenge.
kind of 80s synth in there.
Yeah, there's it does well at having a really cool, creepy soundtrack while also having some of that 80s synth stuff in there. And there's some moments in the movie where clearly it's meant to be stylized and the visuals are meant to have a certain style. Like when he walks out in the woods and it's like red lighting.
Like there's some really great visual imagery and visual storytelling.
God, the framing.
Like the framing is gorgeous without being pretentious. It also it's very stylized, but it has a purpose. It knows what it's doing, and you kind of have to respect that filmmaking style.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird, kind of balancing our conversation about The Gentleman.
Which had no restraints.
No.
No, a lot of filmmakers with no restraint this past year. But this did well. It doesn't have the same kind of intensity as something like Midsummer reaches.
No.
But it is very comfortably, quietly that brand of horror film.
Yeah, like I'm not even sure I'd really call it scary necessarily.
No, it's just creepy and unsettling.
Yeah, it just unsettling and it makes you uncomfortable. There's a consistent uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
Throughout the film,
and it slowly notches it up bit by bit.
Yeah, bit by bit, and
and
probably has one of the best antagonists I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, no, this lady's amazing. This witch is amazing.
Like this is like of all like the fairy tale remakes I think I've seen. Granted, most of them have sucked, but like it's so weird considering this is the second Hansel and Gretel film I've reviewed for this show.
Well,
for like the 5 people that remember Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunter
with Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, where Jeremy Renner has diabetes.
Yeah.
But anyway,
this is quite a different film.
Yeah,
but
the witch they got here, and I found out later. Apparently, it's the Boar Queen from the Next Generation. Is so damn good in this that it's almost worth watching just for her performance alone.
Yeah, I mean the little boy is he does the job.
Yeah, he does fine. He's okay.
The script is also written like an old English fairy tale, so the dialogue is weirdly, stilted. It feels like you're watching a play in the way that the lines are delivered sometimes, but it works.
It does.
It works for what they're going for.
But again, like the witch just sells it the most. And she feels like
she's
totally
amazing.
Immersed in this world.
Well, I was really down with Gretel.
I thought Gretel did really good too, but like
great job.
Again, like I said, it's nice to see that she has range.
Yeah.
I guess my overall point though is like of the bunch though, like the one like there's still a couple times when Gretel kind of like, okay, yeah, that was a decent read, but there's never a time when the witch says something, you do not believe that she is an actress.
Yeah, no, it's
like to a disturbing degree, she sells this part.
I was really invested in the push and pull between the two of them.
Yeah, and she has this great being nice, and you kind of want to be comfortable around her, but
what's up.
Yeah,
I mean, the story.
You know the story, but that being again just the way she presents it as oh look me, I'm so nice and sweet, but really. Sorry if I spoiled Hansel and Gretel for you.
Well, I mean, that's not exactly the original story.
I guess, but if you gotta eat, whenever she's gonna eat the first 2 kids, you gotta mention other food's made out of.
I didn't guess it.
Not
until it came along.
Okay.
Asshole.
I know what to tell you.
do a bleep in there or something. Jesus.
Nah. And the Birds of Prey is coming out tomorrow. It's gonna be overshadowed by that anyway.
Yeah, I know, but yeah.
Sorry.
It's you can fix it in editing if you care.
Do I though?
Well, that's the thing. I feel like this is the kind of movie where it's worth leaving for people because it is actually really good.
It is. Really
It does do a really it's an interesting take on the tale. It stays true to the general idea of the story while still doing weird, new, interesting things with it without going too far with that.
Yeah. It does it just enough to keep it interesting.
I would love to just have a gallery of stills from this movie because so many of the shots are so beautifully framed and it makes it gives it this surreal feeling. Like you're watching something that's just composed of a sequence of moving paintings. It really is a beautifully made film that does something really interesting with a basic horror concept and doesn't go too far with it.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised it has as low a rating on Rotten Tomatoes it does. Like it's like 60%.
I don't know.
Which I kind of get, but then I was like, I don't think you guys are giving this movie enough credit, personally.
I don't think so either. I can see why it's not a lot of people's kind of movie, though.
Yeah, for sure. No,
because it is slow, it is deliberate, it's not very action-packed. I can see how some people would find it very boring.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not what a lot of people are looking for out of a horror movie, but luckily it's exactly what I love. So...
Which is funny because I know you just were dreading this going into it.
Yeah, I was not expecting good things. I was not at all. I had no real hopes for it. I had no expectations, and it reminds me of how I felt when I went to see Noah.
Oh God, Noah!
Because Noah, when I first started the movie, I was like, oh, this is gonna be ridiculous. It's a movie about Noah. What are they gonna do with this? And then I remembered it's Oh yeah, Darren Aronofsky makes really crazy movies.
I don't know why they let Darren Aronofsky make a Noah movie, but
it worked.
To an extent. I
fucking love that movie.
I remember liking parts
We're not getting into that.
I thought stuff to do with evolution was very creative.
We're not getting into it. But we've already had this conversation.
But
no, we've had this conversation about Noah.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
I have no memory for this.
Well, we've made a lot of videos, but
it's true.
But yeah, this I went into this expecting something kind of stupid and boring, and I got something kind of really interesting and boring. So,
if nothing else, the world they build and the characters that live in it, as few as they are, because there actually aren't that many characters in this movie at all.
Yeah, no, it's a very slim cast.
I think I looked at the cast. There's only 9 people in this movie, which I 100% believe.
They certainly didn't credit all the children or whatever. But for the dark figures in the background, you just have to dress someone up and have them keep faced away from the camera. It's fine.
Whatever. No, this was very impressive for what it is, and and kind of like you said, I would be very curious to see if they made more movies kind of in this It'd be nice to get actual grim fairy tales that isn't just aren't we adult because we can say swear words and say fuck boring that bullshit.
It's although I'm pretty sure it's not going to, between the ratings and the fact that there was only one other person in our theater.
But that was the case. I'm kind of fucking mad he stayed. I kind of wanted to pay him to leave.
Why?
Because that way we can react to it however we want.
He was unobtrusive. We can still react however the fuck we want. What's he gonna do? Report the only other 2 people in the theater?
Yeah, I don't know. He might be that guy.
I don't know. I don't think it's... We'll try it next time. Fuck it. But yeah, just... yeah. It's good.
It's good. Yes. Relatively short review. Relatively short review.
There's not a whole lot to talk about other than
without going into spoilers. Yeah.
Acting. The cinematography's good. Good nightmare sequences. Great music. It's good.
It's 2020's first hidden gem, I would say.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I did not expect to have my horror movie of the year so early. Because every year I have one horror movie that kind of stands out as being a weird, cool one.
Yeah.
I was hoping I would have 2 last year, but Lighthouse kind of underwhelmed.
Yeah.
But Midsummer still hits it as one of my favorite movies ever. So
it's better than The Turning, which is not high praise.
Let's not use that as a barometer.
So it's the only one I got for this year so far because I didn't see the Grudge remake. So, that came out this year.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, because I decided to see 1917 instead.
That's like saying what's worse? Fucking. Let's compare it's better than Exodus. What are we gonna do with that? That's not.
I'm also using the term because it's fresh in my mind, and that was just insultingly stupid.
Well, how about it's better than Doolittle.
No, it wasn't.
It has more.
The Turning was not better than Doolittle.
Oh no, I meant.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure.
This is better than Doolittle. The Turning was worse than Doolittle.
The Turning was worse than Doolittle.
Ooh.
It was just wildly stupid until the very last ending, and then you were what? Because it just doesn't have an ending.
Yeah, I heard it ends kind of abruptly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if you're really curious, I can tell you later. But it was more I was more fuck you, I'm done.
I kind of wish I'd seen it with you now. Then.
Yeah.
I was kind of looking forward to just digging into a movie tonight, but this turned out to be actually pretty good. So.
Hey.
All right.
It's okay to be scared.
I wasn't really scared. I was just really intently compelled.
Yeah, I know. I had to throw the last joke in there. All right, so I think that's all we really have to say about Gretel and Hansel. Surprisingly good.
What did I say that during?
Oh, God. What was the last movie you and I saw together?
I don't even remember. It was so forgettable. Oh, God. What did I see with you last time? Oh, my God.
Consulting my list.
Oh, God. This is... Hey, God, we got to solve this mystery.
As we're vamping.
The
Gentleman. That's what we said.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, right.
I don't remember what the context was.
What was the context for that?
Maybe it was a trailer. No, it wasn't a trailer because you walked in just the movie started. Oh, God.
What was the context for it?
I don't know.
It had to...
I don't know.
All right, now I'm bothered. The mystery remains forever.
I mean, I was like, you weren't there for Bad Boys, so I know it wasn't during that movie.
Yeah, it was just Doolittle and Gentleman. What the fuck is...
It was after Doolittle, so I had to.
It was definitely after Doolittle, but the Gentleman, like... Oh... There's nothing in The Gentleman to merit being scared.
Unless you're really scared of fucking Hugh Grant.
I don't know. I think I'd more punch him in the face in this version. Anyway, yeah, Hansel and Gretel, good stuff. Slow, artsy, deliberate, very moody. If that sounds like your thing, fucking check it out. Yeah, it's not going to do well, so I don't expect it to last very long in theaters at all.
I mean, it did better than the rhyme section.
The rhythm section?
The rhythm section, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, it did better than the rhythm section.
Yeah,
because I guess people just wanted horror movies. January Slim Pickens. I
was never compelled by those trailers.
I mean, no January horror movie's ever going to top the Bye Bye Man, so...
I still need to see that.
Dude!
No, I know. Anyway.
No, you're in for a treat.
No, I've seen
hilarious.
I've seen plenty of videos on how ridiculous it is. I'm really intrigued.
So yeah, I think that's all we got for this one.
That and Truth or Dare, just double whammy.
Yeah, Truth or Dare.
That'll be a good double feature.
So yeah, I think like we still might check out the rhythm section if anyone really cares.
I don't
think many people do. So I might would just skip and just go like, hey. Birds of Prey comes out tomorrow. Wouldn't you guys rather have us talk about that one?
I would.
Especially since we kind of have plans for that movie that I can't give away right now.
Okay, well, tell me that after we turn off the camera.
Yeah, and then whatever else comes out this weekend. So,
all right.
I think that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching.
Hey.
Check out Hansel. Gretel and Hansel.
What the words?
Check out Hansel. God damn it.
Check out Hansel and Gretel.
Not that one. The Gretel and Hansel.
Gretel and
Vice
Hansel.
versa movie.
Witch Hunters.
Sure, right. Fuck it. Go watch Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. Track it down. Be like the 5 people that went to go fucking see it. And then, like, fucking watch out the Gary Oldman Red Riding Hood movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Good night, everybody.